All right, good afternoon. This is Bob Warburton. I'm here with Bob. He's from Norwood, Pennsylvania. And today is what, September 1st, 2016. We're at the closing table about to close to purchase a house of Bob's. Bob, tell me about the house. Like, how did you come across it? Like, what was the situation and why were you selling the house?
Parents bought the place back in 1988, and lived there until I was about 31. And unfortunately, Dad passed in 2013, and Mom passed last year. So it went to me and my sister, and neither one of us. It's too big of a house for us. Uh, just just didn't need it. I know that sounds weird, but we just
No.
didn't need a large house like that. So had a pile of letters, and that's how I ran into Bob.
Well, yeah, actually, that's very common. Big house, a lot of taxes, a lot of maintenance. It doesn't make sense for a lot of people to keep it, and it did need quite a bit. It was a beautiful house structurally, but it did need quite a bit of work.
Yeah, that was the other reason.
Yeah, so really, you needed kind of like an investor kind of guy. A homeowner couldn't buy the house as is and live in it, probably, right?
We had one person interested, but he just was
Yeah.
dragging his process along, and
Yeah, well, let's talk about that. So, we had an offer, and obviously, as an investor, it's got to make sense so we don't lose money. We got to make a little profit. And the other guy offered more. We don't get into the particulars,
yeah,
but so we kind of met, and a couple days afterwards, and I said, well, if you can get more, that's awesome. What did we kind of talk about there? What was the plan? Was going to happen on that?
and what?
Like you gave him some time. And
Oh, yeah. I met with Bob here and the other guy in the same day, and the other guy was offering me not an exceptionally larger amount, but more. And for the sake of me and my sister, I was really looking forward to taking that offer. But Bob here, he just was quicker on the uptake, and he had everything ready. And this other guy, I told him, like, hey, we need the stuff last week, and yeah, and he just never got back to us.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was all in favor. I said, if you can get the higher price, that's awesome. But we're here as a backup. We can close in a couple weeks. It's cash, no contingencies, as is. And unfortunately, sometimes people offer more, but they really can't close. They don't. I remember the guy couldn't get you his pre-approval letter.
Yeah, he needed proof of something, and I actually really believed that he had the money and stuff. He just didn't have things to prove that he had the money,
Yeah,
and
well,
that's kind of key.
he would have needed a mortgage, and I can tell you, it's a lot of work to get a mortgage, and if
Yeah.
you can't get that pre-approval, so anyway, so fast forward, it was great to work with you, Bob, and we're at the closing table. We're about to go in and sign the paperwork and
Yep.
get you a check. Was everything up to your expectations working with us? We did everything we said we'd do?
Yeah, relatively pain free. You guys did all the heavy lifting, more or less. The whole issue of dealing with the estate, that was
Yeah.
that was a burden, but you guys didn't have to deal with that. And essentially, you guys did as you said what you were going to do. Like, you came in, you gave the offer, I called you back, you said yes, and then after that, it was,
And here we are.
yeah.
Would you recommend to other people that have a house that they don't need or want to sell or need to sell that
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
they'd work with me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's great. I really appreciate
Especially in
that.
a situation where, like Bob said here, the house, it needed a lot of work, and if you can't make that work, if you can't fix an old house like that, like I said, these guys are quick. So
Absolutely. All right. Well, super. Well, it was a pleasure to work with you. Thanks.
you too, sir.
Let's go sign the paperwork and get you a check.
Let's go do that.